Welcome to the man cave. I've got an unboxing for you. I was able to find the Veiled Dungeon, an RPG toolkit from the Loki battle maps. I heard about this watching another YouTuber. I'll give Ash some credit. He's on Ash Quest, and he's pretty amazing. He went through this stuff, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. My son, Gabriel, my cameraman, he has a D&D party coming up this weekend for his birthday, and I wanted to be able to have some stuff in case he needed it. So I saw this, and I was like, oh, that seems to check all of our boxes. So we're opening it up and checking it out today. Down the back it says, enter the Veiled Dungeon. This RPG toolkit contains the Veiled Dungeon. You can run this either as a standalone adventure for characters level 3 to 5 or as part of your own campaign. Content is designed to be modular, which is adaptable, allowing you to easily use the entire adventure as written, or take out any of the individual maps, areas, encounters, or monsters to use as you see fit. The box contains 20 fold-out maps, 10 double-sided 11x17 sheets, wet and dry marker compatible, which is nice, 40 monster cards, so it's a deck of unique monster cards, which is always a good thing. Reference book, 100 plus 5e random encounters, a 5e adventure, Raiders of the Cerulean Ruins, the dungeon adventure generators, 40 unique monster stats and descriptions. So here's the back of the box. Good. Here is the back of the box, or the front of the box, sorry. Now let's see what's in this. Okay. So first we have cards. These look like, I'm not sure which ones these are, because the back of this looks like stats for a monster, so. Opening cards. There we go. Okay, so we have, for instance, this is an activated rope, and it tells you how, so that it's like a mimic, I guess. This is an animated scroll storm. That's an interesting idea. The arcane golem. The bad dreams. That's interesting. The barrage spider. Spiders are always useful in a dungeon. The belligerent bookcase. It must be related to a mimic somehow. The cerulean blight bear. That's really gross, yet fascinating to look at. Here's the cerulean haunt hound. So this is for their specific encounter here. Chest of jaws instead of drawers. So another play on the mimic, I think. Here's a corrupted bear. Ew. That again, that's fascinating looking while being also hideous at the same time. Here we have the cursed lighting. If Bell's Castle wasn't as friendly. The deadly diphtheria storm? Ew. Diptera storm, okay. The faded footstool. The fog collection. Oh, that is cool. I like that one. Oh, fog collector, I'm sorry. Here we have the fogged wormling. Here we have the fogtopus. Sensing a theme. The forgotten flame. Oh, that is cool. The fungal creeper. That again, fascinating artwork. Hissing humors. The hooded tomb stalker. The horror show. The malevolent veil fiend. The mist shadow. I'm not going to go through all these. There's many more. Okay, then we have the maps. I want to show you how these look. So they are fold out, and it is exactly as I said, they're wet and dry marker ready. each one of these is two-sided. So these are also pretty beautiful. If you look as well, it looks like these are 1-inch squares. So everything is marked ready to play. You know, in your typical D&D movie. And so yeah, there's quite a few of these things in this box. Some of these, ooh, this one's got its outside. Let's look at one of these. There's an outside map. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. Okay, so yeah, these look like they can connect rather well. On the back of the box, they show most of the pictures as well. And the nice thing, the box itself is also ready to use as a room if you need it. So is the top. Finally, we have the Veiled Dungeon book, which again says that it has the random encounter table, some monsters, and the Raiders of the Cerulean Ruins, which is the adventure that they made for this. Let me show you a couple of these pages. They give you a breakdown of the maps. Nice to have each one labeled, and they are also labeled here on the map. In the bottom corner, there's a 3A right there. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but that corresponds to where you would need it during the adventure, and so they tell you each piece. Creating your dungeon, how to do it. Welcome to Veiled Dungeon, and here's a little bit about. Here's some variations for how to change it for different levels of characters. Here's the different the encounters, how to use it, terminology so that you know what you're talking about, how to balance, how to make it your own. Then you've got the first encounter table. And then here's just entrance. Here's the entrance of the map. Tells you how to put it together. Tells you the challenge rating, which encounters they suggest. Dormitories, Scholar, Dig Site, Forgotten, Eldritch Ruins, the Lost Temple. And here's the Raiders of the Cerulean Ruins. Here's a backstory, running the event, whole 9 yards. So, I mean, they give you how to do it on your own, and then how they recommend doing it, and then they gave you an adventure. So I don't know how useful this is going to be for my day-to-day, or you know, how much involved I'm going to become in, you know, D&D lately, but having this is something that's going to be very useful for my son, and so that's why we got it. I like having stuff that's already pretty much put together for you. And, you know, these cards are beautiful. The idea behind it is great. Things are gorgeous. Here's a grouping of the cards you didn't see. So again, these third-party things, since, you know, D&D is very popular, it's nice to be able to have options. So there's the last of the cards. But that's it for here today. Thanks very much for joining me on our look through the Veiled Dungeon. Have a good evening.